last year you made this quite a time-consuming exercise on purpose. This year looks a little bit more flowing.
Yeah, more open, yeah. Although this first cabin is, it doesn't actually measure very big, but it's quite imposing up on the hill with the water behind. And actually on the day, the big goose that they've jumped in the past will be in the water. And the brush you see on the right, like a nest. And
related distance, what sort of?
I mean, there's 5 strides down there, but I think you'll see 4, I think you'll see 6, I think you'll see all sorts. Because it's very difficult to really know what they're going to do on a bank as steep as that. Some of them will gain a bit of momentum down there, and some of them will back up, particularly with the thought of stepping into the water.
And that's a pretty serious fence to jump out of water.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad.
So we're on the first S-bend to then come back into the second track, actually the top end of it.
What makes it difficult is the little bit of a downslope on takeoff is actually what makes it a little difficult, because it's sometimes the riders don't really understand how the horse is going to land in the water. Sometimes they land normal, but sometimes they land 4-footed, and that makes the whole thing get a bit discombobulated. And then probably if you do land 4-footed, you're not going to want to go straight on the 3 strides and then the bounce over the hedge. You're probably better to go up on the bank and do a circle, because you sort of the rider gets a bit shifted in the plate, and of course you lose all the momentum. This is probably the most intense part of the course, because the cabin, the goose nest, all comes up very, very quickly. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 efforts in a space of about 20 seconds.
It has a nice feel, a nice flowing feel. They'll be able to keep the rhythm going and as they head out. And actually a couple of people stumbled at what is only, in fact, a hazard here. But the riders do have to be aware and actually ride this stream crossing as they head away up to the top.
Yes, I mean, it is just a hazard, but I think the trouble is that, when it's full of water, when the horse steps into the water, he's not quite sure whether it's 6 inches deep or 2 feet deep. So they're not quite sure where the bottom is. That's why you occasionally get the odd false step. You've
left this first one in, which, as I said, last year was really quite shocking for people. They were thinking he's gone completely bonkers.
Yeah, but actually it rode quite well.
Yeah.
So a few people had a bit of an incident, but the vast majority jumped it really well. And so I think people won't have quite the same fear of it this time, but I think hopefully still respect it. And yeah, God willing, we'll get some good pictures here.
I mean, it's a big corner, and obviously your approach is limited by the topography coming into it, but you can run straight along the top or come a little bit further right.
Yeah, but there will be a bit of a sort of farmyard scene down here, because if they're too far to the right, the horses couldn't really read the back of the corner from down there, and therefore it would not be such a good idea. But as long as they come part way along the top here, they can understand the whole question and see where they've got to go.